I got an update video for you guys lined up, so keep an eye out for that. It will discuss a bit more about what's going on with the channel, things I'm going to be doing and all that. This video is just to simply talk a little bit about the end of an era, so spoilers will be here. And obviously this isn't my usual setup. Normally I have, like, you know, the camera and all that stuff, but there's reasons why I haven't been uploading lately, but I will, in the update video, I'll explain why those reasons are what they are. But meanwhile, my thoughts on the episode. To those who have been here since the beginning, look, I'm not bashing the newcomers. I'm not bashing you. I'm just simply saying, to me, it means a lot more to me, someone who has been here since the beginning, because, you know, we've seen the evolution of all of our favorite characters. And one thing the episode really done well, spoilers again, is it showed the power of Maul and Ahsoka on levels I've never seen before, and that they deserve. And, you know, one thing that I will say is I wouldn't have minded Rex and Jesse to actually go head to head, but I do like the moment where all the troopers surround Ahsoka and Rex, and then you just see a moment where she takes his helmet off, and, you know, he's breaking down, because what the movies never did was show how the clones really reacted, and seeing Rex react like that, I mean, I felt that. I don't know about the rest of you lot, but I felt it, and it was just hard to watch, in a sense that you can see the pain in his eyes, and, you know, it's bad enough for her killing her friends, but he's killing his brothers, and he didn't want to, and then they went and shot the droids. But the episode, I mean, the ending with Vader, right, and then him picking up the saber, it's sort of poetic to when he kills Obi-Wan and he picks up his saber. That's what that reminded me of. But I'm not sure if the planet was Hoth or not. I'm not too sure. Someone let me know down below. But I will say this. It has one of... the episode, it didn't have like a big crescendo or anything like that. But it didn't need it. It was a focus on Maul, Rex, the clones, Ahsoka. If you want the crescendo for Anakin and Obi, you go and watch Revenge of the Sith. But the ending was so powerful. You know, him picking up Ahsoka's saber. I mean, I don't know what the exact time skip of it is, but I guarantee you it wasn't that long after he was just reborn as Vader. Because, you know, he still looked pretty fresh. So he's probably going to the location where, you know, oh, the crashed Venator, blah, 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 blah. Unless he was just randomly in the neighborhood. And then finds the clone helmet with Ahsoka's spray face on it. And finds her lightsaber. And then he ignites it. It just, again, further shows his pull to the light. I mean, we all know that. We've all seen Return of the Jedi. But it highlights it one more time. That, you know, he's lost everything. Everything. And now when you watch Revenge of the Sith, you'll be watching it thinking, Ahsoka and Maul are going at it right now. Ahsoka and Rex are running away right now. You know, you've got another side of the movie in the movie. You know, so when you watch Revenge of the Sith now, you can instill your own imagination and just be like, okay, Rex is doing this right now. Okay, Maul's, you know, pulling a ship out of light speed. I mean, damn. I mean, do you know what that was? That wasn't even Darth Maul. Because you have Sam Witwer voicing him, that was Starkiller. That wasn't Maul. That was Starkiller. I mean, I'm sorry. You got to have... This is another problem with Luke not pulling down a Star Destroyer. I mean, come on. Wouldn't it have been cool? But the episode was just so well done, and you just feel this tragedy of it. I mean, the episode starts up with a soundtrack that's Padme's funeral music, but, you know, it's redone to obviously be Clone Wars type, and it was just from the jump, it was just heartbreaking, you know. And then you do have the little bit of Clone Wars humor in there when, you know, the droids throw the clones back up, and then they go and kill the droids, which is nice. That's fun. Droids always get the short end of the stick in this series. But seeing Rex and Ahsoka not even say anything in that final scene, where you see the graves that they've just dug for every single clone, including Jesse, you know, and you just see that transition to Jesse's helmet, and you're just like, oh man, right there. And, you know, they didn't need words. They didn't need words. It's proof that sometimes dialogue isn't always needed to convey a message or a point. And it reminds me of the scene when Anakin and Padme in Revenge of the Sith, you know, they're looking out across the windows and they're not saying anything, but you can feel there's something there. It sort of reminded me of that. The fact that Ahsoka and Rex went back to kill, you know, to not to kill, to bury the people who just turned on them and tried to kill them, says a lot for Rex and Ahsoka. Now, obviously, with Maul and Rebels, you know, him saying Lady Tano and all that kind of stuff, it really adds to the weight of the duel between, you know, Maul and Ahsoka now. It adds to that. And Rex in general. But that end scene, you know, seeing Vader in the style of Clone Wars animation, that's what I was hoping Rebels was going to be. Obviously, you know, can't always get everything. But I mean, I know Rebels exists, but there's still a time frame in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope that could be filled with an Empire show in that formula. I wouldn't be against that at all. But the thing is, there's so much comic and novel stuff, I doubt they'll do it. If anything they do with the Clone Wars, they might just do unfinished arcs. So this is the final season, but the next season, if they ever did one, will just be unfinished arcs. It would be like season 6 all over again. It would just be like, okay, so here's the Cad Bane and Boba Fett arc. Here's the Utapau arc. Here's the what was the other arc? Here's the other, you know, the other arc. That's what it will be. But to be honest, I don't even think we're going to see that now. I think this is pretty much all said and done. I think Clone Wars is finished for good now. And I'm going to miss it. I mean, you know, I've got the season 1 box set up on my shelf there that I used to watch just on repeat when I was younger. And then I got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now I've got them on Disney Plus. But I'm going to miss this show. I'm going to miss this show a lot. I have a lot of memories with it. And it really gave the clones, especially, some much needed oomph. You know, because with the Stormtroopers in the First Order, you have Finn and his story and Janna and them talking about defecting and all that. With the Stormtroopers in the original trilogy, you didn't get much story with them, but you did have a bit more personalization with them. Someone's drilling. It's not the time. And with the Clone Wars, you didn't really see a lot of the clones in the prequels other than action scenes, so it really fleshed out those characters a lot more. And Rex has become a household name for characters now. You know, he's loved by everyone. And do you know what would have been crazy? If this was the original vision for the ending of the Clone Wars, just think about this. This was before Rebels, so if this season came out, Rebels wasn't around, so we wouldn't have known Rex and Ahsoka made it. The tension would have been through the roof, because you wouldn't know if they're going to make it or not, because you don't know what happens to them after. We'd think they could probably die. Think of the tension of that, and luckily they didn't, but, you know, think of how tense that would have been. Would have been nuts. But it was just, you know, seeing a tragedy more so than anything. You know, the big crescendo would be Revenge of the Sith, but the tragedy and the fallout is this episode. I'm waiting on a supercut of the episode and Revenge of the Sith. I want that as soon as. And I don't know, did Ahsoka leave behind her second little saber? I don't think she did. I think she only put down the one. And what is even more heartbreaking about that is that's her main lightsaber. You know, that's the one you first see her with in the Clone Wars movie, and yeah. I mean, the one thing I am disappointed by is we didn't get to see a lot more of Order 66 with the other Jedi, so we see Kanan Jarrus as a Padawan, but we don't see his master, like, gunned down or anything. We don't see, you know, other Jedi happening, whatever, but we kind of know what happens to them. I think everyone's just desperate to kind of see what really went down in that temple, because it's explained in books and novels and stuff, but guys, you got to understand, I like a book and a novel, but I don't, if you want to put it on the screen compared to a page, screen any day, because I like to visually enjoy what the artist intended, you know, not necessarily just words on a page that are used to cover up plot holes nowadays. But yeah, I just enjoyed this episode so much. You know, you guys let me know what you thought of it, and man, I'm just sad to see it go. But the thing is, I'm happy that we got a conclusion that we never got, if you know what I mean. You know, with it being cancelled, we just got a few unfinished arcs, and that was it. With this, I feel like we got some closure. And if we never come back to the Clone Wars, then, you know, at least we got a conclusion. I'm going to miss it, but I'm ready for new stuff now. So, with Mandalorian, Kenobi, maybe a continuation of Solo in some way. And there'll be Maul somewhere. You know, he may be dead in Rebels, but come on, you know they're not letting go of Maul that easily. He's too much of a draw. Yeah. See what the High Republic brings. I mean, to be fair, the new trilogy is supposed to be coming out in a couple of years, like, or be ready to start coming out. So we can't be far off. But yeah, man. If I had to pick top 5 characters from Clone Wars, Ahsoka, I'm leaving Ahsoka and Rex out of that purely because that's obvious. Ahsoka and Rex, come on. Alright, Ahsoka, Rex, and Maul. I'm leaving those 3 out because them 3, it's just unfair. But in terms of Clone Wars and the characters that it introduced, Embo, the bounty hunter. I think he's absolutely sick. I wish we saw more of him. He was just cool. Cad Bane, I really need a resolution on what happened to Cad Bane. He's so good. Pre Vizsla and the Mandalorian. So Pre Vizsla, he was awesome. I loved his story arc. I think Heavy. He was one of the first clone sacrifices we had in the Clone Wars, and he really represented to me what a soldier should be. And Fives for uncovering the whole plot of Order 66 and being so close to telling everyone about it, and then Palpatine had to come along and, you know, screw it all up. But yeah, that's all I got to say on it for now. There'll be more on the episode within a couple of days or whatever, and I'll talk to you guys more about it. I just wanted to put something up to give my quick thoughts. And yeah, I'll see you on another video soon. And hopefully back to the normal setup. It's just because I'm in the middle of some stuff right now. But yeah, loved the episode. It was great. Clone Wars, I'm going to miss you. And yeah, May the 4th today, so Rise of Skywalker's in Disney Plus now. So probably watch that later on. And yeah, see you on another video soon, folks.